Hello everyone and welcome to the Season 32 DSFL Draft. Hello everyone and welcome to the... My name is Istegosaurus, and with me tonight are some lovely DSFL GMs to help break down the draft. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure, I'll go first. My name is Trent Pell. I'm the new GM for Bondi Beach, and I'm probably as excited as the rookies for my first draft. And I'm rooting for Dallas and Bondi. Sorry.
I'm Katasa, the Tijuana Luchadors GM, and I am reading for Tijuana and London.
I'm Painted. I'm the GM for the Minnesota Grey Ducks, and I'm reading for Minnesota and KCC.
And I'm G2019. I'm GM for the Norfolk Seawolves, and I'm reading for Norfolk and the Portland Pythons.
I think that's everyone.
Yep. So, we start today's draft with the first overall pick from the Bondi Beach Buccaneers. So, with the first overall pick, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select...
With the first overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select Mook. User Mook, player name Marvin Toledo. He's a wide receiver out of Syracuse. That was not how it is pronounced. And we're so happy to get Mook at one of all. Thank God nobody took him before us. And we love Mook from the first scouting conversation on. Especially since he has so much sim experience. He can hopefully teach us a lot, especially teach me a lot. And yeah, we're happy to have him.
Terrific.
Just because I said that I would give the Anaheim Outlaws contingent a little trash talk on stream, I have to say reach here. Mook is a great guy over in SHL, teammate of mine, so I'm sure he's going to be jacked about going one overall and should do great things for you there in Bondi.
Terrific. With the second overall pick, the London Royals select...
Linebacker Nick Flint. User is Talls. And London had this to say. This is from Sebster. I know Talls from SHL, and if he can give us the same energy here, then London will be a force to be reckoned with for a long time. Moms and dads will be telling tall tales about Nick Flint to their children, but don't get short with him on the field, or you'll see the sharp side of Nick Flint. Known fire starter and hothead, Flint will nick in the back of your ankles on tackles if you aren't careful.
Oh, gotta love London.
That was painful.
Oh, get ready, there's a lot more.
Yeah, knowing London, it's only going to get worse. With the third overall pick, the Portland Pythons select...
The Stig, user some say. And W. Tim had this to say about Sumsay. Obviously, Sumsay is a well-known user who's going to be a great earner, but is also someone you love to have around in your locker room. You're super pumped about this pick and what they'll accomplish in the next few seasons in Portland.
Terrific. With the fourth overall pick, the Tijuana Luchadors select...
Leonardo McTurtle. User is Kale Salad. So Kale joined us off waivers right when he created my war room. Was kind of like, we got to get this guy, he's awesome. And when he came to us at number 4, we knew he wouldn't be there if we waited, so we had to take him now. He's a very active user in SHL and has been super active in our locker room. Joined us at the referral of Cement Hands, who's also in this draft as his turtle brother. And so taking him here at 4 was a no-brainer.
Terrific. With the fifth overall pick, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select...
Defensive tackle Darren Arnold. User is Tubadoose. Overall, Tubadoose has been a great fit for our locker room. Very excited user, very active user. Came at the recommendation of Russ, and he's just been super fun, helping us with fantasy football real life, and we've been helping with fantasy football in the sim and everything. We're really hoping we can bolster our defense with them. We have a bunch of polls, so he'll help for one of them. And hopefully he'll help Ice Bears fantasy troubles as well.
Lovely. With the sixth overall pick, the Norfolk Seawolves select...
Helen Frost, user Take the Horizon from the University of Western Ontario. This is yet another Anaheim Outlaw, so count them. That's 3 Anaheim Outlaws from the SMJHL in the first round of this draft, which is pretty awesome. Proud of my boys there. Co-GM of the team I play for there, being the Outlaws. And although I've only known him for a short time, he's proven to be a committed, kind, intelligent, and fun user. And I think he'll fit in really well with us in Norfolk. He was instantly, upon having some scouting talks, one of our top targets, and we were definitely thrilled to get him at 6. We expect him to continue earning at a high rate and to become one of the top defensive linemen in the DSFL and beyond.
Love it. With the 7th overall pick, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Defensive end, Greg Strongjaw. User is a Madden, I believe. KZZ had this to say about them. We took a look at the players available at the 7th spot. We knew immediately that we wanted to bring a Madden into Kansas City. He has been great in earning TP like crazy, and we're excited to turn him into a star as a Coyote. I can also say he's been a great user in Minnesota, and go.
And finally, the last pick of the first round from the Ultimates winning Dallas Bird Dogs. The 8th overall pick, they select.
With the 8th overall pick, Dallas selects Christian Marciano, username Pat. And Dallas had this to say about Pat. This might be the first time anyone has written this about a first round pick, but we're ecstatic to have this player fall to us. Pat is someone who is just as excited about developing new users as anybody I know in the league. And I can't tell you how excited we are to get him on board for the foreseeable future. Aside from giving us a locker room active quarterback in what feels like the first time in forever, which is damn near worth a first round pick by itself, Pat will be an incredible addition to our team on the field by way of his wealth of sim knowledge in the war room thanks to his experience as GM, and everything in between thanks to the fact that he is, above all, a stand-up guy. And this is from Escanor. He wants you to know that he loves you and he can't wait to catch your balls.
As someone who's really great friends with Pat, it pained me as the Tijuana GM to see him go to Dallas, just because, we were in the same class in Tijuana. So this one hurts me, but I know they got a good pick here.
Yeah, that one was personal.
They did. That's just how they do it.
Congratulations, Pat. With the first overall pick in the second round, 9th overall in the draft, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select.
The Bondi Beach Buccaneers select Gus Bus, user Thunder Titan. We're really happy for this pick. We got 2 out of 3 of our top targets, which is pretty good. We sadly couldn't manage to trade up to secure our 3rd pick, which would have been some say, but he went at number 3. But we're very happy to pick up at least 2 of our top targets. We had so much fun with TT pre-draft in our locker room with him, and we're going to try to make fullbacks great again. And we're very happy to pick him up before Minnesota could pick him up.
This makes a Minnesota grad very unhappy. How could you steal TT from me?
Yeah, I had to.
Very unhappy.
With the 10th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the London Royals select.
Ferry de Pengu, user is, I hope I said this right, Issa Starcroft. And London had this to say. A veteran user in the league, Issa first created back in Season 18. We are excited to bring his experience and knowledge into our locker room with Ferry de Pengu. The London War Room was very confident the best pick here was the Penguin himself. In fact, I'm going to shoot out a Pengu on Discord now to let him know he's in our super secret closed locker room section now.
Oh my god.
More London picks, please.
With the 11th overall pick and the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Portland Pythons select. Did we
DeAndre King,
Yep.
Tubby Tim 69. Yeah, you jumped the gun there a little bit. And Tubby Tim had this to say in his notes about himself. GM pick must reach. Period.
Reach.
Moving on.
With the 12th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, sorry for jumping the gun there a little earlier, PowerPoint glitched, the Tijuana Luchadors select.
Raphael McTurtle. User is Cement Hands. So when I was talking with Kale and Crash, both in scouting, they had mentioned that they really wanted to play together. So being able to get them here at 12 was really exciting for us. We told them if we get one of you guys, we are going to do what we can to get the other one. And we had considered maybe asking to trade up, but he ended up falling to us right here. And we were really happy to be able to reunite them and add to one of the best defensive lines in the league last season.
Congratulations, Matt. With the 13th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
QB Dax Dangerfield, user the Roche Limit. He's actually going to be changing the cornerback, I believe, in his next update. And so when we saw that, we knew, having picked him up for the trade deadline waivers, that we would love to have him back, especially since our defense, as I said before, has a bunch of holes. So filling this with a well-respected user and a former Grey Duck, we can now bring him home and just continue to bolster that secondary, which was definitely a huge issue last season. Welcome back.
I'm sorry, Grey Ducks, for essentially wasting a pick on Roche. With the 14th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Norfolk Seawolves select
King Zeus, user Sacrosanct from the University of Gods. This is somebody who we had our eye on early on. I had the privilege of scouting Sacrosanct. Really well-known recreate who we know is going to come in and do an awesome job. In our talk, Sacro said that he plans on being a steady max earner, and I know he'll add a great veteran presence to our team. Slot right in alongside Dragazor Blaze at cornerback and help fill the hole left by departed player of the year on the defensive side of the ball, Ioane Kayoma, and we expect that he's going to be great for us.
with the 15th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Wide receiver Bud R. Fingers. The user is Dr. Chops. Overall, Butterfingers is going to slip away past the competition. Dr. Chops is a really fun recreate. Hoping to become very active again, taking some offensive snaps this time as opposed to defense. Hoping to bolster the great offense in KCC.
And with the final pick in the second round and the 16th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Dallas Bird Dogs select
Mr. McGiblets, safety. Username is also Mr. McGiblets. And Dallas was very happy about this pick, and they knew that it was a really good pick because almost every team instantly messaged them and cursed them. So they already knew it was a really good pick. And he's one of the people who joined from the Reddit RPG recruitment drive that we had. And the more they spoke to McGiblets, the higher up the draft board he went. He seems really interested in the league and how it runs and displayed interest in possibly helping to scout in future classes. Having taken a recreate in the first for the first time since Stinky Kyle, we really wanted to get a slam dunk new create in this round. And it definitely looks like we have.
with the first pick in the third round and the 17th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Concussion, username 3 losers. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. We're very happy to pick this guy up. Scouting was really awesome, and I mean it was a no-brainer pick. Kind of a steal that he dropped so far into the third round, and had a really fun conversation. He was obviously a tight end with his last play was a tight end, so it was an obvious pick for me as a tight end as well. And yeah, as I said, this really feels like a steal, especially with the depth of this draft class. And he will be the cornerstone of our defense for the next seasons, and we're happy to have him.
with the 18th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the London Royals select
All right, forgive me, Maddie. I'm about to mispronounce this name. Kaguya Shinomiya. User is Maddie. And Sebster had this to say. Maddie was half of my first ISFL GM pair in San Jose and was a great help to me as a rookie. I know Maddie will bring a fire to the team and the locker room, not only as our quarterback, but also our leader. I'm sorry I have no puns for this name. Maddie is a weeb.
You did much better on that name than I would have even got a shot to do.
Well, you know.
With the 19th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Portland Pythons select
Landon Reyes, wide receiver, user Landon Reyes. This is somebody that Tubby Tim said Portland had a really great scouting interview with, and they seem super enthusiastic about the league, and they think this could be a great steal for them in round 3.
with the 20th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Danikasha Mangoldson. User is Moose Cop. So obviously I played for the Outlaws in the ISFL, and Moose Cop was one of our players there. And Calvin and I saw he recreated an O-line, and that was someone we really wanted to bring in. We spent a lot of this draft helping build up the trenches, and we know he's going to be a great player there. He says he wants to take it a little bit easier on this recreate, and but we're just excited to have his presence.
with the 21st overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Running back Lane Frost. Username Lane Frost, because it's on all caps. And to put into perspective, Ice Bears notes on this guy. To put simply, this dude has energy. He may have been one of the most active players we've scouted in a while. As a matter of fact, he pretty much scouted me when he first made note that we haven't scouted him yet. And so right there, he made a lasting impression and pretty much told us to draft him. And guess it worked. We're hoping he's going to be a great player, and we honestly think he's going to be a good steal.
I thought that was actual Frost at one point, and I got really confused. With the 22nd overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Linebacker Joe Smokes, aka Phillies fan 96, from the American University of Paris. I'll be honest, we were jumping for joy when Phillies fell to us here in the 3rd round. Just an absolute steal, another veteran user, and one with a ton of Sim League experience, including management. In my talks with Phillies, he really nailed our scouting conversation with his flexibility, team focus, and interest in meeting new people and doing what he could for the team. We're super excited to bring him in, and he should slot in right alongside my player, as well as linebacker of the year Nathan Claflin, to complete our linebacking core.
Congratulations, Phillies. With the 23rd overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Running back Zane Cold, username Bubba. To put simply, this is a cold-blooded pick. With ice in their veins, KCC got a stud in Bubba. This pick brings chills down the opponent's spine, and they're hoping to get a great running back to help bolster the offense further.
And with the final pick in the 3rd round of the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Dallas Bird Dogs select
Ted Stevens, wide receiver. Oh my god. Aggie Eager? I'm sorry. This is our second new create and second Reddit RPG recruit. And Dallas really needed a wide receiver to take over from Toast to run alongside Eskimo, and hopefully Stevens is that guy. This dude hasn't been as active forum-wise, but we had a great scouting chat, and we're looking forward to hopefully showing him the ropes and getting him fully invested. Adding him to an already potent offense. Welcome to the Bird Dogs. Oh my god, they used the username again. I'm going to use Ted Stevens. So welcome to the Bird Dogs, Ted Stevens, and they know you will be watching this on delay, and they hope your D&D session went well.
Congratulations. With the first pick in the 4th round and the 25th pick overall in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
Sandwich maker, tight end, the big D12. We actually had him on our team as a waiver pickup. He was a Season 32 rookie back then, so he recreated because he was very far behind. I think he created his first user 1 week before the trade deadline, so that was a really big gap to catch up. So he decided to recreate, and we're very happy to have him. And we're hoping his rookie season this time will be a lot more fun than last season.
With the 26th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the London Royals select
I'm confused. I have a different note here. Fok the Scared, Fatfish 89. I know. I'll just speak then. I know we were looking at Fok here in Tijuana. I don't have notes. I'm sorry. And I know we were thinking about taking him. He's been pretty active from what I've seen on the forums and stuff. I think he'll have a great time in London. London's really good at being able to bring that inactivity or that activity up, and you can see it in their current GM and Seb. So,
Congratulations, Doc. With the 27th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Portland Pythons select
Andrew Millar, the Bruised Bagel from Ohio State University, safety. And I don't have notes on this pick. However, just knowing what I know about the DSFL, if you can find a safety who's going to earn and is willing to, kind of take the sacrifice for the team in a position where the numbers aren't always huge, I know it's absolutely vital to a team. So if this user can earn and put in some performances for Portland, I know it's going to be an absolute steal here in the 4th round.
Congratulations. With the 28th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Clyde Sanderson, user is Brain Beams. We safety was a need for us coming into this draft after one of ours got called up this past season, and we saw Brain Beam had been a little bit active and has fallen off a little bit. We're hoping to bring him back. Activity wise, hoping to bring him back and get him invested in the league. But he also shares the same profile picture as another character we had inactive who was Wuma, so we thought that connection alone was worth bringing him in.
with the 29th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
Wide receiver, Michael Scarn. User is Dylan Warren. We're hoping to bring in some real-life connection to Ice Bear here. We knew that wide receiver was a big hole coming in. The fact we get a user that Ice Bear was even familiar with in real life and hoping to make them active just fit perfectly on a 4th round pick selection. Real life slowed them down a little bit, but we're hoping that now that they can catch back up with real life, they can get back into, hopefully get invested just as we did.
with the 30th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Norfolk Seawolves select
Vidal Valor X77 from UCLA, running back. I know I sound repetitive here with what I've said the last couple picks for us, but Valor is a huge steal here as well. A max earning running back that fell into our laps in the 4th round, and we fully understand that this is a user who has round 1 potential and value. While we didn't go into the draft looking at a running back, we just couldn't pass up Valor here because we think Valor is going to be a huge part of our offense. We plan to line one of our current capped running backs, Matt Holford, up at wide receiver 3. Have Valor work in a tandem backfield along with Jeremy Krause this season, so we'll be in a spot to make an instant impact for us. We're looking for huge things to come from Valor, and they add another weapon to what is already a stacked offense in Norfolk. Welcome, Valor.
Congratulations, Valor. With the 31st overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Kansas City Coyotes select
Defensive tackle, Leroy Jenkins. User is Pagan Padre. KCC had this to say about their pick. The game is won in the trenches. Starting the draft with the defensive end, we ended up doubling it down the defensive line. Haven't heard from them yet, but if you're out there watching, feel free to give us a second shot, and Kansas City will welcome you in.
And finally, with the last pick of the 4th round and the 32nd pick overall of the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Dallas Bird Dogs select
Offensive line, Pablo Pombo. Username, Yagoy. That was already botched again. This guy is our last pick in the draft. We need to protect Pat, the new quarterback. So why not bring in an offensive lineman? He's at least hopefully reachable through SHL channels, but he hasn't done a whole lot so far. If you watch this, Dallas would love to bring you back into the fold. Feel free to reach out to Ask Madden or Rev, and they'll keep you right, is what they said.
Congratulations, Pablo. With the 33rd overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Bondi Beach Buccaneers select
running back Cole Devaney. We really needed a running back with our last pick here and decided to go with a complete rookie. And hopefully we can reach him and get him active again. We'd love him to be a part of our locker room and our offense this year. Yeah.
With the 34th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the London Royals select
Ethan Williamson. User is Ethan12, and London had this to say. London felt like the best option here was a cornerback, and Ethan was clearly a cut above the rest. The opposing quarterback shouldn't Ethan think about throwing it towards Williamson, because that's just a guaranteed house call, baby. Ethan, when the going gets rough, Ethan wills the game to swing for the Royals.
Oh, Lord. With the 35th overall pick. Oh, wait. You got something?
I was just going to say, if you're out there, Ethan, DM Subster Lucid Dreams on Discord or on the forums, and they'll get you started.
Absolutely. With the 35th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Portland Pythons select
Defensive end Kraka Hovey, user Hovief. Attended college apparently at your mom's house? ? Obviously, it wasn't funny until you started laughing. Yeah, obviously defensive end and defensive line in general, sometimes undervalued, but we've seen the impact that these kinds of players can have in the DSFL. So if this user is to come back and become active, I'm sure Portland would love to chat with him.
He's coming back from my mom's house.
Maybe.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
I think he's already at your mom's house, man. With the with the 36th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Tijuana Luchadors select
Tommy Jordan, users FreshP Bomber. We were unable to get a hold of him. It's just kind of that point in the draft. So FreshP, if you're out there and would like to join us here, we'd love to have you.
And I think finally, with the 37th overall pick in the Season 32 DSFL Draft, the Minnesota Grey Ducks select
running back Kawhi Bartok, user Jiggly. Very overdue selection, and we are very excited for Jiggly to quite literally fall into our lap. Very super active user, will make an immediate impact on our team, and very excited to build a relationship and bring another great Grey Duck to join our team and just make the offense even better.
Congratulations, Jiggly, and thank you to all for tuning in and watching the Season 32 DSFL Draft. Hopefully all you rookies have a great time with your new teams.
Wait. We have waivers.
Oh, is there
Waivers.
I
talk about them.
I do have one more slide.
I got you. I
do not.
Scrambling. You can hear scrambling in the background.
Okay, here, I'll go through them. So first off, Bondi Beach, if you want to say yours.
Yeah, we picked up Faded. Oh my god, what was the
Player's
username?
Able Archer.
Thank you, Able Archer. I knew it was AA. Yeah, we're very happy to get him, and yeah, we're looking forward to what he can do.
And then Minnesota, if you want to do yours, Jackson.
Sure thing. We got Jackson Allison. User is Wacko Jacko. They're actually a great user, honestly. Very surprised to hear from them, considering they were inactive for a little bit, but they're Australian, that's why. So we waited so long to hear from them. But honestly, getting to know them, recruited by Simo, they're just a great dude. And unfortunately, that they're completely upside down. Just the time zones are conflicting. But overall, we're really excited to join him or have him join us, and even bolster offense even more.
And then the Tijuana Luchadors claimed both Talon Farrens and shoot, I'm blanking on the name. I'm sorry. Mason Jones, users Masu Chan and Napalm, and those are real life friends. And I know Masu Chan's in VHL, and Napalm said, if there's a football one, I'll join you. And so they're going to come to us.
Is that everyone?
That is everybody.
Terrific. Congratulations to all you waiver pickups, and congratulations to all you new rookies in the Season 32 DSFL Draft. Anybody got any last words?
Go Grey Ducks.
Okay, I guess we're ending on that. Thanks for everybody coming out, and I hope you all enjoyed it.
Grey Ducks suck.